and boardrooms as on the ground. Some believe the spate of land grabs is being fueled by the expropriation without compensation policy. The Human Rights Commission has entered the debate, saying government has failed its people for far too long.
March, Alexandra. Shacks dismantled, destined for waterfall in Midrand.
I'm tired of paying rent.
I live in a waterlogged shack, so it's difficult for my family.
The shacks were erected in the dead of the night.
We are not invading this land, we are occupying it.
But by first light, the land grab was halted. Days earlier, Oliver Holt Bosch, a similar scene prompting a warning from the highest office.
Nobody has any right to invade land, to violate other people's rights.
23 March, Hermanas. Violent protest over decent housing. People occupying municipal land.
We tolerated so much suffer. The people in Zwelithini have been struggling for many years. It's your land, you'll get it, but there's a process.
Land remains a powder cache.
If we don't get serious about this issue soon, nobody's going to be able to control what's going to happen with land in South Africa. We can't have the levels of landlessness that we have, the poverty that we have, the inequality that we have, and continue with dialogues and talks and plans that are to have a plan, then one day we'll have a plan.
It's one thing to make a popular statement, land expropriation without compensation. What does that mean into practice? If you can't translate that into practice, it remains a no-show.
It is not a policy to drive white to the sea. That is not the policy. It's about fair distribution of land and give our people access to that land.
The Human Rights Commission also entered the fray. It responded to an inquiry into the impact of rural land use and ownership patterns.
There is in fact an ongoing process of poor black people being forced off the land, often into informal settlements, squatter camps, without any due legal process. From a human rights perspective, one of the concerns is that we have rights that already exist within the Bill of Rights, in the Property Clause, that says that people who have insecure rights should be protected, and this is not happening.
Although urban land reform is also crucially important and might form the subject of more increased land occupation, for example, people in rural areas are suffering. They don't have access to basic socioeconomic services or development projects, and yet many of them inhabit land which has incredible mineral wealth beneath its surface, so they're not benefiting.
Land hunger is real.
We need a decent place to live. Where I come from is uninhabitable.
And expectations are high. SABC News, Johannesburg.